that investigation. Whenever we talk about childcare, you want to get in touch with us. It's on BBC One tonight, Panorama at 8:30 on BBC One.
BBC Radio Lancashire.
Right at 6 minutes to 9, Ted Robbins with you from 9 o'clock this morning. A film shot in Blackburn is set to have its premiere in the town in just over a month's time. Tash Force is a comedy about Tash McDermott, the head of Lancashire Constabulary's Football Intelligence Unit, as he tries to track down a football hooligan ringleader and put a stop to what he's been doing on the terraces. Ian Wiggins and Mark Woodward are two of the people involved in the film, which is going to be shown at King George's Hall, and they're with me in the studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Graham. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. Good morning, Lancashire. Thank you.
Who came up with this idea?
We both came up with it while we worked on the railway a few years ago. We made a short film. Well, we should have been working on the tracks, but a lot of the time.
Right, okay, if you're ever delayed.
Yeah, blame this fella.
But, we made this short film then, and a guy got in touch with me called Michael Booth, who's a local filmmaker, and asked me if I wanted to work with him on a film called Boy Stewards.
Right.
And it went from there, really. The distributors for Diary of a Bad Lad, which came out last year on DVD, were interested in releasing this film Tash Force, which we made on the railway, but we always intended to remake it, because it was a bit rough around the edges, and that's what we've done. We've remade it, and it's been distributed by Safecracker Pictures.
So what is this film about, then? Tash Force.
Well, it's all about my life, Graham. It sort of follows me. It's one of these sort of fly-on-the-wall documentaries. This fella here, and he's a filmmaker. As I say filmmakers, I'm doing, for all you listeners at home, I'm doing this with my fingers, what clever people do to sort of signify inverted commas. The filmmakers followed me about. To be honest, at first I thought they'd made a bit of a mess of it, but now in retrospect, I think they've done a good job. They've made me look quite good. They say don't work with children and animals. I'd also add to that, don't work with people with a fake sunbed tan. Because you give them a camera, they think they're Simon Spielberg, honestly. It's unbelievable. But it's a good film. You want to get yourself down to premiere and watch.
So it follows your life around.
It does.
What do you do? And tell me about your life then.
Well, you know, I worked for many years as a police officer and very good at my job. That's sadly now all over, but I'm actually moving into this sort of setup now, you know, into the film business. I'm in Panto this week, actually, in Sabden. Hey, Ted Robbins has just come in.
Ted Robbins has walked in.
Where's that $5 you owe me? Me and him a few years ago, we went for an Indian, same old 2 and 4 and top way home at taxi. I've no money, can you lend us a $5? You know what I mean? These things get out of hand, don't they?
So, how much is it to make a small film like this? Because you hear stories... You know, people making a film for like 15 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
How much is it?
We've never really sat down and worked out the figures, and it's something that distributors and such like don't really want you to talk about. So I'd say, I mean, we already own our own equipment, so we didn't really have to hire any equipment, you know, cameras and whatnot. And
I got paid note.
And you got paid note.
I'm still owed for that, actually.
Yeah, deferred. It was a deferred. People are working for deferred payments, you know. Hopefully the DVD sales will help.
And the screening's at King George's Hall?
The screening's at King George's Hall, yeah. I was trying to get a screening at View Cinema, because it's a charity event that we're doing, and the manager at View at Blackburn was very helpful, but when it came to the head office, they wanted £7,000 to screen it, which would mean
that's quite a bit of money.
We wouldn't have had it.
It's better having it at King George's anyway, because there's a bar there. You can have a few sherbets if you want before you go in. On the minus side, there's no popcorn there at King George's, so I would say bring a packed lunch, yeah, put some butts up. No too noisy, no Doritos, hopefully.
So how did you come with this idea? How did you come up with this idea? Was it literally you two working on the railways, and you always thought...
We worked on the railways, but years and years ago I had a friend who was... It wasn't a naughty boy, but he was banned from football.
He wasn't a friend either, were he, really? No. You say a friend.
Yeah, I shouldn't really say a friend, should I? But he was banned from football, and he had this videotape of police surveillance evidence, and it was just a tape of people walking from pub to pub. There was nothing in it incriminating, but I thought it was very funny, and that using that tape, intercut it with this fellow here, this gentleman, that we could make something quite funny, and basically that's what I did, and
And they've billed it as a comedy, Graham, but, you know, what I say is there's nothing funny about this business. And rather than a comedy, I think it's more of a cross between Dirty Harry and Inspector Morse. It's gritty. I'm a maverick cop, but I'm also quite intelligent and a bit, you know, clever as well.
Yeah, he does.
Although I'm not into classical music.
He does have a high opinion of himself.
I do, yeah.
Are you working on another film now?
Well, we've wrapped on a film called Bar Stewards a couple of years ago, but it's been going through post-production for the last 2 years. We had to ADR.
It's a long time.
Yeah, well, we had to. I mean, that's the thing when you're doing low-budget filming. It's not like you can just fork out a lot of money to get ADR done because it costs a lot.
What's ADR?
It's
You're expecting that people.
Yeah.
it's re-recording the audio for all the dialogue because we filmed it in a pub in Blackburn.
Right. Okay.
So obviously with music in the background and, you know, gaming machines and stuff, the sound's not very good, so we had to redo all the sound for that, and so that's took quite a long time. So that at the moment's been mixed. Right. So that's another film that we should be ready sometime this year as well.
So where can people see this film out there? It's at King George's Hall when?
It's at King George's Hall on Thursday the 19th of April. It's the doors are going to open from 7. The tickets cost £8, but 50% of the takings are going to go to 2 different charities. One is a charity called the Glove Project in Africa, where I've been doing some work.
Right.
And the other charity is yet undecided, but it's going to be a local charity. So.
Fantastic.
Well, we're going to have some celebrities here as well, I think, aren't we? Obviously me. You, if you come, Graham.
Right.
Noel Carragher from his Fly High in Birds is meant to be coming down if he's not falling out with his brother, Liam Gallagher. Yeah?
Is he?
Well, that's what you told me to get me there.
Thank you very much for joining us, and all the very best with the premiere at King George's Hall.
Thanks very much, Graham.
We'll put the details on our help desk if you want to get along to that. 0845 305 9000. That's it from me. Ted Robbins wants to know about your animal disasters next. He's with you from 9.
Travel you can trust.
From BBC Radio Lancashire.